Hey foodie family, I am back with another oven fried recipe. So today I'm going to show you all how I made these catfish bites by using my signature oven fried technique. But before we get started, my name is Moni B. I'm a health and wellness advocate who's written several books, including this one. Now, of course, you're going to start by prepping and cleaning your fish. I went over to my local grocery store and got about 2 pounds of fresh catfish. Now, I'm going to cut these catfish into chunks, and this is going to help me to maintain portion control for my meal preps. The dry batter, I'm using just some basic cornmeal, and as a personal preference, I do like to add in cornstarch, and this is just going to help it to stay crispy while it's frying in the oven. So I'm going to add in about a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half of cornstarch into my dry batter. The seasonings that I'm going to use are paprika, and I'm only going to add that into the dry batter. But the other seasonings I'm going to add over the fish and the dry batter, and that's like my onion powder, the garlic powder. I also used a little bit of table salt, black pepper, a dash of cayenne pepper as well if you like a hint of spice. And I'm just going to add a little bit of Old Bay seasoning into the fish. And I also added dried parsley into the dry batter. And I'm not sure if I already mentioned black pepper, but yeah, I add a bit of black pepper onto the fish and the dry batter as well. Now, whenever I oven fry, I had some people who say they don't prefer using the egg, or they might have an egg allergy and they just use the milk. Some people don't use milk at all, but I do like to make an egg wash, and that consists of 1 egg, a little bit of hot sauce, and also some milk. And this, in my opinion, helps to coat the fish so that the seasoning and the dry batter can stick to it better. So if you prefer to skip this step, it's totally completely fine. That's up to you. And I also add in mustard over the fish, and that's going to help with flavoring and to keep the seasoning on the fish as it's transferred over from the egg wash into the dry batter. Another key step is to make sure that you mix together your dry batter and your egg wash really well, especially your dry batter, because you want those seasonings and the cornstarch to coat all the way around the fish. So I dipped the fish once into the dry batter. Of course, you want to make sure that it is nice and coated before transferring it onto the parchment paper. And because I don't flip my fish when I'm oven frying, I add a coat of olive oil on the bottom as well as the top. And this is what helps it to get crispy and fry really well in the oven. I let these cook on 375 to 400 for about 15 minutes. And this was the outcome. Y'all know I had to have my lemon pepper sauce on the side, so I added that as well. And you know, my favorite part about oven frying is the cleanup, because look at how simple and easy the cleanup process is. If you all enjoyed this video, feel free to comment down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.